And up next after Tupac, Gang Intervention and Prevention Organization, Laura. Make some noise! Up next is 93.5 The Beat FM. Encourage us, Tupac. Legendary Machiavelli, Tupac. All right, joining me right now is Adela Barreras. She's the executive director and founder of LAURA, which stands for Life After Uncivil Ruthless Acts. Good morning, Adela.
Good morning, Nina. Hi, good morning.
I wanted to, I first want to thank you for coming to the show, and I want you to tell us about the organization and what it represents.
Okay, the organization is LAURA, Life After Uncivil Ruthless Acts. It was formed 2 years ago after my sister-in-law was killed. She was parking her vehicle in front of her house, and 3 vehicles drove by and killed her in a drive-by shooting. It's called a random act of violence.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, as we were sitting down the next day, we were sitting in the front stairs, and we have a lot of youth in our family. So as media came by and said, you guys need to tell us what's going on, tell us what's happening, and this is your moment to tell the world what's going on or how you feel. So our youth wanted me to say something, but at the time we didn't know. So I started asking our youth, well, what do you want me to say?
Mm-hmm.
There's a big tragedy, a loss. He goes, well, tell all politicians to come out and do something about what's going on. So from that point on, we went on media. We called out the politicians, and next day they came back and they started asking us, what do we want to do? How could they help us to bring change? And from there, our youth said, okay, having the politicians was not enough. They wanted to do something. So she was killed on a Sunday, murdered
Mm-hmm.
on a Sunday, and the next Saturday, 6 days after, we had our first peace walk. Brian here is her son. He was 5 at the time, and he wanted to have a peace walk in memory of his mom. So we went to the corner where we were just going to rally with some signs, and we walked from there to the police station. And Brian, can you tell us why we are in here?
And how old are you, Brian?
7.
All right, 7. Brian, go ahead.
My mom got killed in a drive-by.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason that we're doing it.
And that's right. I think that's beautiful that he wanted to do something positive in the memory of his mother. And so for now, you brought a lot of the youngsters in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
All right, so they're going to share some testimonies
Yes.
with them. Adela.
Well, our organization's been, it's been founded for 2 years now. We're in the process of getting our 501c3, but when we try stopping, our youth keeps telling us to come back. So now we have a youth group and we have a big event. But here, I'm going to give the mic to Cynthia. She's going to tell you a little bit about why she's in this.
All right, go ahead, Cynthia.
Well, we started this because there is a lot of youth in our community, and we all had anger in us, and we wanted, we didn't want to turn that anger into something bad. So we changed it, and we made our energy into something good, and we want to change the community, and we want to make it a better place for us growing up and for the rest of us who are just barely coming into this world.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
All right. Next, Adela.
Okay, now we have Armando. Armando is our nephew, and he's one of the ones that said, you have to do something. We can't just stand here and let this go by.
How old are you?
Yeah, my name is Armando Rivera. I'm 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in the South Central area. Yeah, my aunt died and I was 18 at the time, and being 18 in the hood is no joke. You get all kinds of things that you want to do to get revenge.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, I don't want to do nothing that's going to incarcerate myself, because that just continues a circle of youths going to jail because of gang violence.
Mm-hmm.
So when my aunt came up with this idea, I said, run with it. And here we are making a difference, letting people know that just because you lose somebody doesn't mean life goes on. You gotta move on. Be strong.
That's right. Adela, who else do you have with us?
Well, today we have Ashley, we have Kathy, we have Hector, and Laurie, we have Mikey, we have, but they're all shy, see, but that day of the event, we are going to be, we have Sandy, who's done a great job in entertainment here, bringing our entertainment to our source, but, the whole purpose of us being here is to let you guys know that violence can be stopped, and it starts with you. You as a youth, you as an individual, you as a parent, accepting, as parents, you have to accept that there's a problem when you see your youth going out at certain times. And as a youth, I have 4 kids here who lost their mother and have no mother, so now, they're trying to do something positive. So please listen to Brian.
Now, Adela, I wanted to talk to you too. I think what is very huge and that the listeners should know about is your partnership with the Ceasefire Committee and why you decided to partner with the Ceasefire Committee over at Bethel AME.
Okay, as part of Laura, my sister-in-law was murdered by 4 black African Americans, and to me, I grew up in that neighborhood, and I grew up like brother and sister, neighbors with the African Americans. So, in order for me to teach my young nephews and nieces that there shouldn't be hate against a race because someone else, someone of another race killed a loved one. In order for me to send that message, I partnered with Project Cry No More, which is a foundation with a lot of mothers.
Shout out to
an
Nikki.
organization, yes. And Ceasefire, being part of Ceasefire, I also put in the, as growing up in South LA, I know that a lot of our labels are gangbangers. There's a lot of gangsters, there's a lot of cholos, there's a lot of that in the community. But I really believe that every kid that I went to elementary school was just a regular kid till he got to middle school or high school where they start being labeled as cholos. Mm-hmm. Well, when you don't have the resources around, then the kids start getting in trouble. So me partnering with Ceasefire is to get that intervention section of them and learn from them to say, okay, they're already doing the work, so how could I get the work that they are doing and bring it to this side of town?
All right, Laura has an event coming up on March 21st, and they're going to tell us about that, but it's all about letting you know that you can be all that you can. Here's Nas with I Can on 93.5, The Beat FM. 93.5, The Beat FM, that's Nas with I Can. Believe that. Receive that. I promise you it's yours. All right, I'm in here right now with the organization LARA, which stands for Life After Uncivil Ruthless Acts. And my youngsters, my young leaders, Armando and Cynthia, are going to tell us what's happening on March 21st. You have it?
Yeah, man. March 21st is going to be our 2nd annual event for the Laura Foundation. It's always held at Fred Roberts Park. It's in the South Central area. We're going to have everything from entertainment to job opportunities to enrolling into college, resources. We're going to have LAPD sheriffs. When it comes to jobs, if you need a job, we got the union coming. You could be a union worker.
Tell us why you wanted to be a part of this 2nd annual Unity and Peace Resource Fair.
Well, because I first heard of it because of my dad. He was telling me and everything about it. And I was just thinking, if I perform, I just would love to help him out. So that's why.
All right, you want to give us a little something?
Oh, sure.
Spit a 16
All right, here we go. Okay. I got my pen, my pad, my mom and my dad. I laugh cause I'm hot and I know it makes you mad. Cause I'm 5+6 and I flow to win. I got that young boy charm with that young boy grin. What? When you see me riding through with that new skate deck, kicking it through the halls. I hit the applause, got a text from my friend, I thought I'd give him a call.
All right! Don't forget, Laura stands for Life After Uncivil Ruthless Acts. Go ahead, Max.
Just give a shout out
Sure.
to my best friend Andrew. He goes to my school. I just want to give a shout out to him. Hi, Andrew.
What school you go to?
I go to West Cove Elementary School.
All right. All right. So Laura, Life After Uncivil Ruthless Acts. The event is March 21st. It's the 2nd annual Unity and Peace Resource Fair. It's at Fred Roberts Park in the city of LA. And the website. Somebody want to give us the website?
Yeah, it's geocities.com.
geocities.com.
-Lara_org. And another thing I want to mention about the event is we're going to have a thing called Toys for Guns. Anybody who wants to bring a toy gun will get a brand new toy in exchange in return for the gun.
All right, this is one of our community partners, and coming up, we're going to have a conversation and tell our fellas how to treat our ladies. That's right, it's Women's Month. And this is 93.5, The Beat FM. Thank you, guys.